Okay, one of the most common scenarios that I get, and one of the things that people incredibly struggle with, getting a message from their partner, whether it's email or text or phone or whatever, that they just want to be friends, and that maybe in the future they'll be ready for something. Let me tell you what not to fucking do. First thing to not do is start fucking discussing the shit out of it and start making, appointments to your counselor and therapist to diagnose things to death. Think about it. I mean, if you had a crappy boss or a boss that did not appreciate you, what would you do? Would you hire a counselor or therapist and deep dive and analysis paralysis it? Or would you get another fucking job on a boss that actually appreciated you? What would you do? You wouldn't analyze it to death. You'd say, you know what, this person is not enjoyable, this person does not appreciate me, so great, I'm gonna find another job and find a boss that actually does appreciate my skills and talents. That's what you would do. So why the fuck do we do it differently in the world of relationships? I mean, how about this one here? Let's just say you had a friend who, he's like, oh, Joe, Jennifer, you don't have as much time for our friendship as I used to have, maybe I can see you in 2026. What the fuck would you do there? Would you call your counselor therapist and start analyzing and saying, oh my God, they don't appreciate me, I understand? No, you get some new fucking friends. Keep things in a common sense way. Do not overcomplicate it. Listen, I am not denying that relationships are challenging. I've had my own soul school, so to speak here. That's why I'm so passionate about what I do. But you have to think about things in a very common sensey way here. If this is work, friends, whatever, you would handle it a certain way and definitely not be with your therapist or counselor. As a matter of fact, and this is my professional opinion here, I actually believe a lot, not all of them, I know they mean well, but if you think about it from a common sensey way, a lot of these therapists and counselors actually create that trauma. Because what you go in there, they all of a sudden decide to try and analyze or diagnose that other partner who's not even fucking there. Oh, they have this, attachment style, attachment avoidance style. How the fuck can you diagnose somebody who's not even in the fucking room there? These are theories here, but here's the problem. Now you're mind fucking yourself. Now you're starting to think, oh my God, I keep attracting these, avoidant attachment and blah, 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 blah. Now you're mind fucking yourself, and all you're doing is working the areas of your brain associated with fear, disappointment. I can't trust people. I attract the wrong people. There's something wrong with me, okay? And that's the key. And ironically, that's what keeps you in the therapist's chair for the next 10 fucking years. Don't do that. So if you have somebody tells you that they want to be friends, they don't feel the same way about you anymore, first thing to fucking do, get the fuck out of there, okay? There's nothing to talk about. Listen, that person went through a lot of effort. I'm going to give that other person the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to assume that they're someone who doesn't want to hurt people. I don't know if that's really the case, but I'm going to assume that. Giving that person the benefit of the doubt that they don't want to necessarily hurt you, but they're just trying to get out of there and just finding a nice, polite way to end the relationship. They went through a lot of time and effort to think about how to tell you this. And the fact that they went through that kind of effort to say, hey, I just want to be friends with you and I don't want to pursue this any longer, you should fucking take that at face value. Now, here's the thing. Longer term, as far as them potentially coming back in the future, there's nothing you can do. Nothing. The only thing that could possibly shift the odds in your favor later, and that's not guaranteed, that's for sure, is time. Convincing will make it worse. Reaching out to them, reminding them that you're still there waiting, that'll make it worse. Don't fucking do those things. And from your perspective, you start having all these venting conversations, whether it's you're the counselor, friend, or family. All you're doing is making your life worse because you're mind fucking yourself and thinking about how there's something wrong with you and you keep having these patterns. Listen, if this is, again, I like keeping things common sense. If this is classic in work, for example, and you failed at a project, would you talk it to fucking death about how you failed? Or would you find out how to do it right in the fucking future? Would you find a way to feel confident about your ability to handle these things in the future? Obviously, option number B, not fucking A. That's the way you got to go about it here, okay? But anyway, take that. If you got that kind of news, take that at face value. Get the fuck out of there. Start taking care of yourself. Stop having these fucking conversations that amount to nothing. A conversation for having the sake of a conversation solves zero. Analysis paralysis. The only people you should be having conversations with, if you have them, are people who actually know how to fix it. I'm sorry, it's probably not your, someone at the church. It's probably like what you would call a real expert. If you had a business, you were trying to get more sales, you wouldn't talk to somebody at the church. You would get an expert at sales training to teach you how to close better. Does that make sense? When you keep things in a common sense way, all of a sudden relationships are not so fucking complicated, okay? I have a crappy boss, I get a new one. I go get a new job. I work somewhere that place appreciates me. I don't fucking analyze the boss, okay? Anyway, if this made sense to you, enjoy it. I got a lot more coming up. Again, just trying to keep you in the common sense corner. If you got a really fucking sad friend who believes that is just going further into the deep end as far as believing there's something wrong with them, send this video, okay? I'll help them feel a lot better because I'll keep things in a very good common sense way. Anyway, have a great day and perhaps speak soon.